What is a meeting? A meeting is a formal gathering of two or more people who come together to discuss lawful company business and make decisions. For a meeting to be valid, a quorum or minimum number of members must be present. What is purpose of meeting? Meetings are held to discuss company matters, set goals, share information, solve problems, and ensure members understand their responsibilities and decisions made by the company. So, what is company resolution? Company resolution is a formal and legally binding decisions made by shareholders and directors. The purpose of it are ensure agreement on important company actions and make sure decisions are valid and enforceable. It can be passed by meeting and written resolutions. Methods of passing resolution have four methods. First, shows of hand, voting based on individuals. Second, poll voting, voting power based on number of shares owned. Third, no objection, no members object. Fourth, anonymous written consent. Resolution passed without meeting. And the key purpose of resolution procedures have four, which is transparency, proper governance, legal compliance, and fair decision making.
Hello everyone, for this slide, I will explain about the two types of company resolutions under the Company Act 2016, which is ordinary resolution and special resolutions. First is the ordinary resolution under Section 291. This resolution is used for routine or less significant matter in the company. For the majority require more than 50% of members present and voting must agree. This is also known as a simple or bare majority. The notice period required is a minimum of 40 days. Some examples of ordinary resolution are appointing director and approving financial statement. The key principle of this resolution is to allow fast and efficient decision-making based on majority rules. Next is a special resolution under Section 292. This resolution is used for more important and significant matters. For the majority required, at least 70% of members present and voting must support the resolutions. This means a stronger level of agreement is needed. The notice period for special resolution is a minimum of 21 days. There are also additional requirements where the notice must clearly state the intention to propose the resolution and include the full text of the resolution. If these requirements are not followed, the resolution can become invalid. For example, a special resolution include changing the company names and winding up the company. The key principle is to ensure strong agreement among members and to protect member rights by giving enough time to understand and decide on the matters. In conclusion, ordinary resolution is mainly for routine decision with a simple majority, while special resolution is for major decision that require stronger approval from members.
Now, I will explain the general rules on voting in company meetings. The right to vote is an important right of every company member. Under Section 293A of the Companies Act 2016, every member is generally entitled to vote during a company meeting. However, there are certain exceptions. For example, a member may lose their voting rights if they have not fully paid for their shares. There are two main methods of voting in a company meeting, which are voting by show of hands and voting by poll. Firstly, voting by show of hands, which means that each member present at the meeting is entitled to one vote only, regardless of how many shares they own. This method is quick and simple, but it may not accurately reflect the actual voting power of member. Secondly, voting by poll is based on the number of shares held by each member. In this method, each share carries one vote. Therefore, members who own more shares will have greater voting power. Compared to a show of hands, voting by poll is considered more fair and accurate. For example, let's say Ali and Ben are members of the company. Ali owns 100 shares, while Ben owns only 10 shares. Both members will have equal voting power in show of hands. But in a poll, Ali will have greater voting power because of the larger number of shares he held. Next, I will explain about proxy in company meeting. According to Law Dictionary, proxy refers to a person who is authorized to attend and vote at a meeting on behalf of a member. In simple terms, a proxy acts as a representative of the member during the meeting. Under Section 294 of the Companies Act 2016, a member is allowed to appoint a proxy to attend and vote in a meeting on their behalf. The proxy may also exercise the members' voting rights, especially during a poll voting. Next, the importance is that it helps members who are unable to attend a meeting personally. This ensures that the members' voting rights are still protected and represented during the meeting. For instance, if a member is unable to attend a company meeting due to medical or other personal reasons, they may appoint another person as their proxy to attend the meeting and vote on their behalf. In conclusion, the use of proxy helps to ensure that company meetings can continue smoothly while protecting the rights of members.
Hi everyone, now I will explain about vote of joint holder of shares, which is governed by Section 295 of Companies Act 2016. First, let's look at the meaning of joint holder of shares. Joint holder refers to shares that are owned by more than one individual. For example, a husband and wife or business partner. They may jointly own shares in a company. The main purposes of Section 295 is to determine how voting rights are exercised during company meetings. This section is important because it helps avoid confusion and disputes when decisions are being made during the meetings. Under Section 295, subsection 1, all joint shareholders are treated as one shareholder for voting purposes. This means they cannot vote separately as individual because company only recognize them as a single member when exercising voting rights. Next, under Section 295, subsection 2, there are two situations. The first situation under paragraph A is when all joint shareholders agree on the same decision. In this case, the vote is considered properly exercised according to their agreement. However, the second situation under paragraph B happens when the joint shareholders do not agree on the same decision. If there is disagreement among them, the vote is treated as not exercised at all. In conclusion, Section 295 provides a clear rule on how joint holders should vote in company meetings. It ensures fairness, prevent conflict, and help meeting run smoothly and efficiently. Next, I will explain about objection to voting entitlement, which is governed by Section 296 of Companies Act 2016. First, this section refers to the right of members who are entitled to vote to challenge or object to dispute voting during company meetings. The main purpose of Section 296 is to ensure that voting decisions are fair and properly handled. This section is also important because it prevents dispute after the meeting has ended and help maintain order during meetings. Under Section 296, subsection 1, any objection regarding voting entitlement must be made during the actual meeting or during an adjourned meeting. This means member cannot wait until the meeting has ended to raise objection. If no objection is made during the meeting, the vote will be treated as valid for all purposes. In other words, once the meeting is completed without any challenge, the voting result will remain valid and cannot easily be disputed later. This rule is important because it prevents future dispute regarding decisions that have already been completed by the company. Next, under Section 296, subsection 2, if there is an objection, the matter will be referred to the chairman of the meeting. The chairman will then decide whether the objection is valid or not. According to this section, this chairman decision is final. This means all members must accept the chairman decision regarding the voting entitlement issue. In conclusion, Section 296 provides a clear process for handling objection during meetings. It ensures fairness, avoid unnecessary conflict, and help company meetings proceed smoothly and efficiently. Thank you.